Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's call obey, to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and might, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
Hello and welcome to the program Issues on Ground, coming to you live on Vision FM, broadcasting on 90.5 your community friendly radio. Well, as we have it every weekend, every Saturday at exactly 11 o'clock in the morning, we bring this special program to you, a program which deals with happenings around the world, especially issues that are trending or issues that have trended over the week, where we also make room for our beautiful listeners to also come into the program and make their contributions on the certain topics we've picked for that week. Although today we're taking a different dimension to it. So, the dimension we're taking today, because today is a special day. Unlike every other Saturday, today is very special. I wish today was 1st of October, but unfortunately it was yesterday, so well, just yesterday, it was 1st October, which is... Can someone out there tell me? Okay, yesterday was 1st October 2021, which is Nigerian Independence Day. Of course, we celebrated the Independence Day yesterday, and lots of people had lots of fun. Well, we had people who were dressed in green and white. We had some people eating tuwon shinkafa and miyan kuka as per that kind day to want to celebrate it in that aspect. Anyways, let's not just dwell upon that. I'm not alone in the studio because I have with me in the studio today none other but somebody very important, somebody very special, just as this topic is very special. I know you can't wait to hear who it is I have with me in the studio. A writer, a motivational speaker, a human rights advocate. Oh, she is none other but Fatima Damagun. You're welcome to the studio, Fatima.
Okay, thank you. It's good to be here. I'm so happy to meet all of you.
Okay, well, Fatima, I think we should open the floor or keep the floor open and just allow you personally to tell the beautiful listeners who you are, what you do, and what you have for us today.
Okay, first of all, my name is Fatima Habib Damagum. I am a writer, motivational speaker, spoken word artist, women's rights advocate, and a bit of an entrepreneur. I was born and raised in Kaduna, but my parents were from Yobe State.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never knew. No, you didn't tell me I was your sister. I mean, you're my sister.
So we are sisters, you see, we are sisters.
Yeah, but what part of Yobe State though?
Fune local government.
Fune. Is it like you guys speaking Fune in that place or something?
Yeah. Fulani, I think.
Okay, Fulani.
A bit of Fulani, yeah.
I was thinking, like Nigerians now, when you speak good English, they say you're speaking Fune. I was thinking it's like you guys speak Fune. or maybe your Fulani is different. Your Fulani is like phonetic Fulani or something.
I think so, but I can't. I don't know how to normally speak in Fulani,
right.
and I'm just bearing it. So I'm Fulani, but I don't know how to.
You have folded our hands. It's unfortunate. I would have even I would have given the little things I know in Fulani, but
yeah, of course I know some little things, but
like
not
Noi
everything.
Anyways,
like the greetings.
Okay. Okay. Anyways, so today what we're going to be discussing on the program is all about Independence Day. What is the Independence Day? What we have in Nigeria? Why are we celebrating Independence Day? Why is the Independence Day so special to us? So this is basically what we're going to be talking about. And of course, there was no better person for me to discuss this with. Who is better than a human rights activist or a motivational speaker? I mean, you need a motivational speaker to have your thoughts right and also move well in this country, because this country, man, although I love my country, you know why?
No.
You want to know why?
Yeah, I want to know why.
I love my country because it's not just the country, it's the people in the country. We are very fun in this country. I mean, if you're a foreigner and you don't have a friend, a Nigerian friend, man, you're at loss.
And in most cases, people often say Nigeria no they carry last. No
Yes.
matter how
Nigeria dey
how
carry
hard
last.
it is, or no matter how fun or fun or people are like.
Nigeria, they carry last. I think no matter how critical the condition is in Nigeria, we always find a way to cheer ourselves up.
Yeah.
We always find a way to make joke out of everything.
Out of everything, almost everything, no matter how
No matter how critical it is.
how critical it is, no matter how hard it really gets, you always find a reason
Someone
to
to
at
cheer
least
you
smile.
up. Yes. That's why I think the rate of suicide in the country is not as high as other countries.
Yeah, like other European countries,
Yeah.
you find out they have almost everything that they need in their life. But you start wondering that why are they even killing themselves? After all, they have the security, good lives, and everything they ever wanted. But why are they committing suicide? Like,
Why
this
do
is
they do it?
Yeah, like why do they do it? It's something that it gets us wondering as Nigerians that why are these people doing this, especially those from the European countries that has almost everything that already developed countries
And
over
we
there.
were still developing. Anyway, so speaking of challenges in the country, we're just talking about despite the challenges in the country or how tough it gets, Nigerians always find a way to cheer themselves up. So speaking of those challenges, should we start by talking about the challenges of the good part of the country?
No, first the challenges the challenges first.
The
before,
challenges? So speaking of the challenges in the country, what do you think is the major challenge in this country so far, like currently?
Well, currently our major challenge is insecurity.
Insecurity.
Like this issue of kidnapping, insurgency, and so on. It's
Yeah.
our major challenge.
So now dating back to, let's say, in the 1960s when we first got independence, was there like this kind of challenge? Was there this insecurity, kidnapping? Of course, you were not born then. But do you think, let's say, according to history, was there any such thing?
I wasn't born then, but I
Yeah,
can
was born.
say,
Don't
yeah.
worry, if you fall, I'll help you up.
Okay, but in my perception, I don't think there is really this issue. There must be an issue of insecurity, but I don't think it is like as rampant as it is right now. Like everywhere, kidnapping and everything. Like in most cases, years back, normally whenever they talk about kidnapping, is like in movies we normally watch that such a person is kidnapped, but now it has come to reality that it happens to us in our society everywhere.
You
That
can be in your house.
you can be in a house and you still be
Get
kidnapped.
kidnapped. I think in the past, if I can still remember, when I was in, I think, primary school or secondary school, when you hear that someone has been kidnapped, normally you only hear that people from the elites were kidnapped, or someone that is very rich was kidnapped, or maybe, let's say, the son of a very rich man
Or the
kidnapped his
son
father
of-
just
yeah.
to get something from his father. But now,
Everyone, everybody.
the reverse is the case. I
In
think
most
even the
cases,
poorest of
just the
poor-
poorest. Yeah, in most cases, like you hardly hear people saying that someone that is so rich, or someone that his father is someone he is kidnapped. It's really hard for you to hear that. It's just the poor ones that getting kidnapped, and all this issue of kidnapping stuff and insecurity. It is just in most cases affecting the. In most cases, it is just affecting the less privileged.
So basically, you're saying the level of insecurity as of then wasn't as serious as now.
Yeah.
People could actually move around without the fear of being kidnapped or the fear of being killed. Okay, so now moving on to my next question. You as a youth that you are, there are people who say the youths are the ones that are making this country difficult. They're the ones that are causing all the havoc in the country. They're the ones doing the kidnapping, the bomb blasts, the Boko Haram and everything. What's your opinion about that?
Well, actually, my opinion based on this is not just about the youth. It's everyone. It's everyone. Because it's time for us to stop playing the blame game. As it goes, charity begins at home. So if a person or a child is raised like in a good mannered way. He's raised with patriotism and everything. I don't think he'll go out doing all those stuffs that we're having right now.
As a human rights activist, what do you do? Let's say regarding the country and the youths. I believe you deal with youths in general, or everyone in general.
Everyone.
So what do you do regarding the situation in the country? How do you try to help with the situation in the country?
You know, they say whatever it is that it starts with us first. So if you want to see the changes, it has to start with us. Because Nigeria is not just for one person. It's not just for the politicians or for the governments, for the soldiers or for the youths. It's for everyone. So if you want to see the changes, it has to start with us. So as a motivational speaker or women's rights advocate, I try to look at what is happening around us, what is our major problems around. As I'm also a writer, so I try to write some stuff or make a video and share it online, so that people will get to know what is really happening. Because in most cases, you see that people are going through a lot of things. We live in a society where you hardly find someone that will tell you that, okay, you're going through this thing, this is how you should handle it, or someone tell you that you cannot achieve this, you cannot achieve that. Okay, this is the way you can do it. You're a human. If you want something, you can do it no matter how hard it gets. Yeah, you should go for it. So I try so hard in the possible ways that I can to see that I let people know that no matter what is happening around us, we can do something, but first it starts with us.
Well, you mentioned you usually record videos and audios, and you also make write-ups. You write articles on how people should handle themselves or certain situations. So when you do these videos, do you get feedbacks? I mean, do you get people that comment, let's say, on the videos you post on your social media platforms, saying, asking you questions or making comments, or?
Yeah. I normally get comments, questions. Like, there was a time that someone just DM'd me on Instagram, and he was saying that he was really motivated by what I normally do, the videos or something, that the write-ups, that he's really motivated, and it really changed his life in different ways that he don't even know. Because it's like I made a write-up on something that it's like I'm just referring to him directly. So he was really motivated by it. And I normally, there was a time that someone DM'd me on my WhatsApp that how can he be confident in himself? So you just want to be confident and he don't have that confidence. That what are the steps for a person to be confident? And there was someone asking me that how can he be a motivational speaker? What are the steps? Yeah, So normally I get comments, people saying, wow, you are really good. How do you normally do it? You're not an art student, and how do you do all these write-ups and the videos? Normally it's for people who go to art classes, and you're a science student, and how do you make it? Well, I normally say it's just something, if you like it, you go for it. And I started writing since when I was young. I can't say this is the particular age that I started writing. It's like I'm just sleeping, then wake up and find myself just writing something,
So let's say you're sleeping, and then in your dream or something, you get a revelation, or
no, it's
you
not
just think of something. Or
no, I
it?
don't know, because I was so young, so I just found myself writing.
So you grew up writing.
Yeah, I grew up writing. So actually, my father reading books. So normally, whenever he read, he gives me. Even if he didn't give me, I'll just carry it and read. So normally all the books, my father read books based on politics, finance, and almost everything. So normally when he went out, he'll bring book and he'll read it. So when he keep it, I'll just carry it and read it. So I don't care what the book is all about, I'll just read.
So you're you're versatile, you read broadly. It doesn't really matter the topic or the field, you just read. Yeah, I just read. So I can say normally, maybe this is one of the reasons that influenced me to write more or to be a motivational speaker. And part of being a motivational speaker, there are people who doesn't like reading, who don't have the culture of reading at all. So, and they should be motivated. It shouldn't be just left for. I was actually about to ask you a question regarding that. I wanted to ask you a question regarding, let's say there are lots of listeners, I'm sure, out there that love writing. I think one of our famous scholar, She loves writing. There was a time she even sent me a poem. She wrote a poem about me.
Oh,
it was
wow.
very nice. And so she sent me a poem. And then I was like, oh my god, it was actually good. Just some little correction. She's upcoming. She's just coming up. I'm not sure she's done with her secondary school. So let's say for people like that, how do you think you can motivate them? What should they do? And she also mentioned when she writes, it gets to a point that when she writes and gives someone in her house, they'll be like, please, you're disturbing us. Get down with the unlove. Like, you're always disturbing us with your write-ups and blah, blah, blah. So do you think she should continue? How do you think? Motivate her.
Yeah, she should continue with what she is doing because she's doing it because she wants it and it's her dream. And if you want something really hard, just go for it. It doesn't matter who said you can or you cannot do it. As long as you want it, just go for it. And with time, those people who tell you that it's nothing, it won't lead you to anywhere. And those people will be the ones to come along and tell you, oh wow, you're really impressing us and it's really great. Because this thing really happens to me. There was a time when I was in SS1 and my English teacher just came in and he said that we won't have any lesson, and what we'll be having is just he want to ask us what is our ambition in the future. Okay. So he asked all my class mates, and it was my turn, and he was like Damagun, because that is normally what they call me in school. Okay. So he said, what is your ambition in life? What do you want to be when you grow up? And I told him that I want to be a writer, an author, and a doctor, and an entrepreneur. So at that time, I don't have the dream of becoming a spoken word artist or a motivational speaker. So he was like, he just looked at me and, what? You cannot do it. After all, you're just a female and, gender matters. You have people to take care of, like your family, blah, blah, blah. And I just looked at him and I smiled. I didn't say anything because
I tried to discourage.
Yeah, and I didn't say anything. And my classmates were like laughing and look at me like, she don't even know what she's doing. How can she be a writer or something? And there are people who are telling me that a writing life wouldn't deliver a financial stability. And I told them that I'm not writing for anything. I'm just writing because I want to write, and I'm just doing what I want because I want to do it. I want to motivate people. Those ones who doesn't have someone to look at them and say, oh, you're amazing, you're unique, and whatever it is you want to do, you can do it.
In general, no. So in general, you've been able to use your write-ups and your videos and your spoken words to make the country better, or make the people in the country better, because I believe it's not the country you need to make better, it's the people. Yeah. Once you make the people better, the country becomes better automatically.
Yeah.
Anyways, if you're just tuning in, you're still listening to the program Issues on Ground, coming to you on Vision FM broadcast on 92.5, your community-friendly radio. And, of course, I'm your host, Samira Ali Dapchi, together with my guest in the studio, in person of Fatima Damagun, a human rights activist, a motivational speaker, a spoken words artist, an entrepreneur. So what we're discussing today is how to make the country, Nigeria, a better nation, especially as we're still celebrating the Independence Day. As you all know, Nigeria got its independence in 1960, October 1st, 1960. And we've also discussed a couple of challenges the country is facing, as well as the insecurity issues and lots more. But let us not forget that Nigeria is not just about the bad things happening in the country, because there are lots of people that are saying, what is there to celebrate in this country? After all, they're killing our people every day, they're kidnapping our people. But it's not just about the insecurity. Let us look at the better things that have happened in this country. Right from the time Nigeria got its independence, at least you know that we're not in the hands of the whites anymore. We have our independence. The kind of freedom we have in this country, to some extent, we have freedom of speech. The kind of videos and things people post on social media nowadays, I'm sure that if we weren't independent, you wouldn't be able to do certain things. And the kind of freedom you have to roam about, to change places, to go from Kaduna, you're from the north, but then you migrate to the south, and then you make it a permanent resident. All of this, I think it's an achievement. What do you think, Fatima Damagun?
Yeah, of course, it's an achievement. And also, there are a lot of people who are saying, what is there for us to celebrate, as you said earlier? Is it the insecurity, bribery and corruption, So I just want to say, 1st October is not just about celebrating our progress. It's about thinking on what can we do to make our country better. It's about what can we do to improve. So it's not time for us to start blaming each other that okay, we set plans last year and it doesn't work. So maybe this time around it won't work. So they say the alphabet have 24 letters. So if it doesn't work, you try maybe plan A and B, it doesn't work. So we can still replan and it will still work. So it's time for us.
Plan from C, D, E, F to Z
No,
until it works.
Like if chance be, but we should never give up. That is it.
We should never give
As
up.
long as we have that we are optimistic that our country will be better.
Okay.
So we can do it.
Okay.
And also Nigeria, we should know that Nigeria is not just for one person, it's for all of us.
It's for all of us.
It's for all of us. So if Nigeria gets like worse, apart from what we are
We are the ones
experiencing
that
right
will
now,
suffer.
we're the ones that will suffer, and we should know that before it gets to the top, it is the ones at the bottom that will
That will help
suffer
out.
more. So that is it. So if we say that okay, we will set more plans on how we will build the Nigeria of our dreams, we are doing it for ourselves, not for anyone. And if we say that okay, we are giving up, and if we say we are giving up, we won't do it again, and okay, so let us just leave it, since the leaders won't do
Let it
anything
remain
about
like
it.
that.
Let it remain like that. We'll be the ones to suffer more.
You know, there's actually been something that's been bothering me for a while. Like, I've been asking myself, I never actually asked anybody, why is it that our leaders, let's say the governors, the senators, the presidents, why is it that they are always old people? I mean, to me though, I feel like, let's say if they were younger people, or let's say your vice is a younger person, you do what the youths need more. But let's say if you're an older person, probably you're still thinking about what you were supposed to do in the past. To me though, I don't know. What's your own opinion? Do you think that is the reason why the country is not moving forward?
My opinion based on this, it is the reason why the country isn't moving forward.
It is the reason.
Yeah, because the youths are not doing anything. They already gave up on the nation. They will say, okay, it won't work, so why should we even care? Why should we like bother about what is happening? So it's for the youth. The youths are the ones who are giving up on the country, and so there won't be any changes.
Do you think when you say the youths, do you mean like the men? Or you mean the men and the women? Because there are people who say, like, just like when you said you're a teacher in secondary school is discouraging you, saying you're a woman, you can't do this, you can't do that. Don't you think there's a limit to what a woman can do?
I don't think there is a limit, because we are all humans and we can do anything. And there was a quote that says, the good leaders are once good followers. So if we want to have good leaders, we must first be the good followers. So I think what is happening right now is not just about the leaders. It's about us. Because you find out it's our mindset. A lot of people will say that, okay, it is so and so person's fault, it is not my fault. You will hardly find someone that will say, okay, I did something and this thing is my fault, so I will do something.
People like push blames.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I think what you said is accurate. It's not just about the men or it's the woman, because even in the country right now, we have lots of women who are into politics, who are into the governmental affairs, and they do a lot of things. Let us not forget Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. I think that woman should be a lot of people's.
Yeah, and the First Lady of Kaduna, Aisha
Umi
El-Rufai, and also Hadiza El-Rufai. She's really trying on women's program, like this literary program. Yeah. She's really trying so hard, especially when it comes to women, and children literature.
Yeah. Like I mentioned something about Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. She's such a prominent figure that should be a lot of people's motivation, and she should also be a lot of people's mentor, because she is the first African, not even the first Nigerian woman, the first African woman to occupy a position in the WTO, which is the World Trade Organization. That's amazing. I mean, it's amazing to feel to know that you're not just like the first woman in record, let's say in Nigeria, but in Africa in general. It's just amazing. Anyways, I think our time is far spent, so let us not dwell much on this, and we'll still have more time to talk to the listeners and of course talk to your beautiful self on this station if you agree to answer our invitation when next we call you.
I will be.
Oh,
I'll be
she said
available
she'll
soon.
be. All right, so because I know there are lots of things that we still need to discuss, especially about motivation. Let's say you're an entrepreneur. We did not even touch that aspect at all. So we still want to invite you on this program to also tell us a lot of things about entrepreneurship and tell the beautiful listeners who are ready to become entrepreneurs and also the young entrepreneurs what they should do and how they should like keep it check in their mind. So you can still tune in next week, God's willing, beautiful listeners, at exactly 11 o'clock, of course. But in conclusion, let us not forget some other prominent people who have helped the country to grow at large. In person of Sir Ahmadu Bello. Why are you whispering?
Tafawa Balewa. Sir Tafawa Balewa.
Yes, we have Tafawa Balewa, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, Chief Nnamdi Azikiwe, Oluwafunmilayo Ransom Kuti. There are lots more, and Margaret
Benjamin
Let us not
Azikiwe.
forget that beautiful lady, Eyo Ita, Herbert Macaulay, and so much more. What would you like to say finally to our beautiful listeners on this beautiful day as we mark Nigeria at 61?
Yeah, Nigerians at 61. So what I want to say to all Nigerians is that it is never too late for us to build a Nigeria of our dreams. So as long as we have that mindset that we are patriotic and we believe in a better Nigeria, it is never too late for us to make Nigeria a better place.
Yes, Nigeria is our country, our nation, the only country we can call our own. So let's all stand up and make a difference. Well, with this, we've come to the end of today's edition of the program Issues on Ground. On behalf of the entire Vision FM staff, the program's manager Bello Ismail, I myself, the anchor of the program Samira Ali Dapchi, and together with my beautiful guest,
Fatima Habib Damago.
well, thank you for joining us in the studios today, and beautiful listeners, thanks for listening. Do join us next week.
Arise,